Oh, Warwick, it wasn't easy, but we couldn't have done it without you.
That's all right.
Thanks a lot. You worked really hard.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you.
I'll miss you.
Give my loves to the Ewoks.
Okay.
Sure will.
You three work together. One more time. Last time. You do your arm stretch.
Back in 1981, my grandmother heard a radio commercial in which they were looking for short people.
The Yoda you see in these behind-the-scenes shots is not the one we used in the film. Just like a real actor, Yoda has a stand-in. Yoda was created by Stuart Freeborn. He says he modeled the eyes on those of Albert Einstein.
I want to get an idea from you.
No, I think that's good.
What you want him to do.
He kind of does that. He kind of just sort of walks around. He looks down at R2.
For episode 1, C-3PO was a puppet. It was done in the Bunraku style, Japanese puppeteering, where the puppet is actually suspended in front of the puppeteer, and through a series of linkages to the body, mimics how that person moves.
Master Anakin, you are my maker, and I wish you well. However...
On episode 2, we were meant to use the puppet once again.
I put that mask on, and Chewie transformed me. I transformed. The attitude was different. The walk was different. Chewie turned on.
When I put on the suit, I start rehearsing. I start doing what Peter does, and like there's a little wobbles and these Chewie-like awkward things that he does. Awkward but lovable.
You are part of the Rebel Alliance. Take her away. Impressive, most impressive.
Dave had said several times that he thought that his voice would be used in the finished film.
As I said, I had no idea. When I saw the movie, and this strange voice came out, and everybody was coming up to me after the movie. When did they do the voice, Dave? When did you do the voice? And I said, no, it wasn't me.
Thinking back on it, I don't think George said anything about the Emperor. Of course, I immediately got hold of Star Wars, and they invited me to see it and so on. So I clued myself in with who I was quite quickly. But I didn't really get any information about him, except he was extremely old, and he ran the universe.
I always wanted to fly when I was a kid. The look of Darth Maul, the Sith Lord, I think it's cool. I think the makeup and the horns and the lenses and the teeth, you just can't help being naughty, you know, just help being that character. I think we all have a bit of a dark side in us, and so I just try and bring that out myself when I play a character.
Makeup, which was beautifully done, instantly shows you someone who is a real menace.
Boba Frick is a rod puppet, which goes back to ancient way of puppetry. So it's you have your puppet, and you just stick rods on the limbs, and puppeteers will move it, breathe life into it.
Boba Fett was a man with no name kind of character, lone gunslinger when I was a kid. You didn't know his face, you didn't know who he was. That was always hinted at in the EU, and stories were kind of shadowy in explaining maybe who he was. And then so it was kind of a bombshell when the prequels came out, and it was explained that he was the clone of this bounty hunter Jango Fett. That was completely new information. Again, that's what fans want. They want one connected universe.
With Jar Jar, it means a lot. You know, I've been through a lot of ups and downs with Jar Jar, and to see him being embraced the way he's being embraced nowadays is just, you know, finally that we can appreciate the work. It's been over 20 years, but if that's how long it takes to appreciate the work, then cool. I always liked this Darth Jar Jar theory that was going around. It's everywhere.
Wada was the first character we started to animate, because he was the most interesting cameo character in the script. He was a character that was in something like 50 shots in the movie. Not very much compared to, you know, Jar Jar and the others.
I'm betting heavily on the Sebulba.